Yes, here we are. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a very, very, very fine day. I know I am. Thank you very much. Let me check something out here. I'll check it out for the next live. I got to hook something different in. But right now, we are about to talk about JaeBae official and a sloppy fat man complaining about the consequences of their own actions. Um, I don't know if all of you guys have seen this, but like, there's this new trend on TikTok and Instagram. Like, people walk around like, "We're this," and they describe something about them, and that means we do this. Like, people like, "Of course we're fat people. So fat people, of course we do this. Of course we're plus size travelers. Of course we're this." I am so sick of that shit. I cannot even begin to tell you, like, because I don't give a fuck about it. I why would I give a shit about like your plight? I don't understand, like, that you put yourself in. You know, it would be different if like you were like, I'm a paraplegic, and of course I do this. Okay, but you bitching about being fat, I don't give a shit about. You're never gonna make me care, like about you suffering the consequences of your own actions. The only thing I'm gonna say is good for you. Because, like, you should. People should suffer the consequences of their actions. That way they know not to fuck around. I mean, when you're fucking fat as fuck, you are fucking around and you are going to find out. Like, you are fucking around with nature and life and you are going to find the fuck out. It's just reality. But we're going to listen to this crazy chick and then we are going to discuss ad nauseum. Give me one more second. Here she is. Real quick.
Travelers, of course we check to see if there's a customer size policy.
Hang on a second, let me fix this shit. And also, let me do that. Or that. There we go. So, this is JaeBae official. Nobody needs to go give her a hard time because life is clearly whipping her fucking ass already. Don't give her a hard time because, you know, her life is already, like, she gives herself a hard enough time. It's just fucking delusional. Like, you can think what you want. You don't need to go and interact with this fucking mental fucking midget at all whatsoever. I have questions though. Before we even start, I have questions. First of all, wow, does she look horrible? Like, she looks like she's about to die. Secondly, I don't understand why women do this when they fat as fuck. Like, women start doing that, just so you know where this comes from, it is to highlight your fucking waist size. You don't need to highlight your waist size when it's called the fucking equator. You know, like, you don't need to do it. But I think this is one of the more, she is one of the more annoying and disgustingly ridiculous examples that the mainstream media is pushing because she's not popular. She's algorithm popular. I heard Steve, I think it was Steve Knight, he does reactions to stuff. I heard him describing how, because right now, I don't know if any of you guys know this, but right now, Tom MacDonald and Ben Shapiro have like the #1 song in the world, right? And it's not getting any play from YouTube. It's not getting any play, like, and YouTube is basically suppressing it while Cardi B's song is being promoted, right? Cardi B has the machine behind her. And he started talking about this, and I found it pretty interesting. She has the machine behind her, meaning mainstream media, social media, Hollywood, all the other rappers, all the other stars are all talking about that. They all talk about it, right? So they all, like, it's an engine, correct, right? But in reality, the actual popularity, and this is what should be shown through all the independent music and stuff like that that's been going on for like the last 4 or 5 years. The actual popular thing is Tom MacDonald and his songs right now. Like, remember back in 2021 when 4 of the top 5 #1 songs in America all said "fuck Joe Biden"? Like, that's the popular, and they were all independent artists. All independent artists. So independent artists regularly make the #1 on Billboard charts everywhere from rap, country, everything. #1, they often do it. Tom MacDonald's has, I can't tell you how many #1s in the last couple fucking years. But All of them. I mean, at one point in time, a group way back in the day that we listened to called the Lax, they had the #1 country album, and they were never invited to, never invited to CMT awards. Never invited. You're never even going to hear their name. They're the Lax. Loud ass crackers is what they stand for, right? And you're never going to hear about them, but it's just some fun country music about guys drinking beer and checking out chicks. Like it's all fun. You're not going to hear about it because it's against the machine. This girl is in the machine. This girl is not popular. Okay, this girl is algorithm popular. This girl has no social media presence outside TikTok. Zero, none. Because because TikTok protects her. This girl is literally a circus attraction of our current society, and everybody knows it. Everybody knows this is a fucking circus show. Everybody knows this is just clown world bullshit. She's like, to feel empowered when you don't even have the power to ambulate well is fucking stupid. I'm just gonna go there with that. I'm just gonna go there. Let's listen what she says.
We're plus size travelers. Of course we check to see if there's a customer size policy before booking.
Well, you aren't plus size. You and fat fuck over here, you guys are sloppy fat. You are not plus size. You're multiple times the size you should be. Dude's at least twice the size he should be. Low muscle mass, fat as fuck, huge fucking belly, weak ass piece of shit dude. Poor excuse for a fucking man. What now? I said it. If you look like this, you're a poor excuse for a man. If you can't look down and see your penis, fix some shit. For real, fix some shit. If you're a dude and you can't just just look down and look at your penis, maybe you fucking should change some shit. I don't know. I call me crazy, but eating yourself to the point where you can't see your fucking dick, pretty bad. I have a harder time taking anything you fucking say seriously, literally because of that. Especially when you're talking about, well, we're plus size, of course we have to do this. I don't give a fuck what you got to do. You're a plus size traveler. If you're talking about airplanes, you shouldn't be on one, fat fuck. This dude endangers the people sitting next to him, in front of him, or behind him. This dude should not be flying on commercial flights. He's an endanger to the rest of the passengers. Reality exists.
Plus size travelers, of course we're expected to pay more just to travel comfortably.
Yeah, of course you're expected to pay more to travel comfortably because you take up more fucking space. Like he says, this is like, of course we're expected to pay more. Yeah, because you fat as fuck, bitch. Because you are so fucking fat that you literally can't see your own fucking penis. You take up 3-person space. Of course you should pay more. Frankly, we shouldn't let you fucking travel in commercial travel. Because you are, again, an endangerment to everybody else on the fucking plane or train or automobile or bus. You are an endangerment to them. You signify danger because you fat as fuck. Of course you should pay more because you're using more resources. This is like reality and shit.
We're plus size travelers. Of course we think about if we need a second
Notice how there has to be the jump cuts in between the two for the oxygen to be delivered.
seat before we book a flight.
Yeah, you should book a second seat. Frankly, that should be the minimum you do is book a second seat. Pay for a second seat. That should be the minimum. We just really shouldn't be making, we should be really be making it so you don't fly. You're a danger to the fucking other passengers. Straight up. Does anybody think, like I keep pointing to this like recent thing. In Japan, there was an airport in Japan where 2 planes collided while on the ground. They just collided, right? And the one went up like a fucking inferno. And they evacuated everybody from that plane. Nobody got hurt, but they evacuated everybody from that plane in 30 fucking seconds. In 30 seconds. You think either of these 2 people could get off a fucking plane in 30 seconds? You think the people behind them, when they're trying to fucking evacuate, might have a harder problem? You know, like, will they get out in time because these fat fucks have a hard time getting out on time? This is a real thing. Like, these 2 people if they would fall down, they couldn't get off the fucking ground without help. Yet alone, we're supposed to pretend it's not a danger to have them fucking traveling.
Travelers, of course we ask for the seatbelt extender as soon as we board the flight.
We're plus
That's fucking pathetic. Pathetic.
size travelers. Of course we get dirty looks anytime we're traveling.
Because you use up all the fucking space and you're an endangerment to everybody else on the fucking plane. People shouldn't be happy about you being there. There should be massive outcry of this fat fucking dude and his fucking friend are making it so they're endangering us on this plane. They're using more resources. They're not paying for them. You're giving them away. We should fucking absolutely make it so there's a weight limit, size limit to fly commercially. If you are so big that you are going to be a detriment should we need to evacuate the plane, you don't get to fucking fly. And I can hear the people like, oh, that's oppression. No, it is the consequences of your fucking gluttony. It is not fatphobic to not let fat people fly. It is common sense to not let them fly commercially. It is actually what's best for everybody on the plane. And if we, instead of us, appeasing their fifis, us actually making sure that everybody's fucking safe.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course society doesn't believe we deserve to travel.
You don't deserve to travel. You don't. You don't deserve to travel. You've abused your body, put yourself into a spot of disproportionate societal burden, and then you're going to use more resources and endanger everybody on the plane. You don't deserve to travel. What now? I can argue my point logically. You've gluttoned yourself bigger than what it would be safely admittable for you to fly next to people. I don't think you should fly. Of course I don't think you should fly. You are a danger to people. Of course you should not fucking fly. You're a danger to yourself. Being that fat, I would be fucking terrified of blood clots. Throw a DVT mid-fucking flight.
We're plus size travelers. Of course we can't use a tray table on a plane.
We're plus-size travelers.
We can't what on a plane?
We're plus-size.
Of course we can't use a tray table on a plane.
That's because you're fat as fuck. You can't use a tray table on a plane. Of course you can't, because you're fat as fuck. Fuck, you're fat as fuck. Of course you can't use a it still amazes me that she doesn't see this as she's the problem. Like, you're the problem, not the tray table. I can literally have the tray table down, tons of fucking room, and I'm a big fucking man. Jesus Christ.
Plus-size travelers. Of course we have to look through tons of pictures just to see if a place is plus-size friendly.
Are you okay? Are you okay? Does it take away from your time from looking at pictures of Oreos and fucking cake? Huh?
Plus size travelers. Of course we have to walk sideways down the plane aisle to make sure we don't hit you with our ass.
Because you're fat as fuck. That's actually, if you have to walk sideways down a plane aisle, we shouldn't have you on that plane. You don't deserve to fly. You've gluttoned yourself out of the fly pool. I mean, you're complaining about that as if that's a wrong against you. No, you are being so fat you have to turn yourself sideways to get onto the plane. We shouldn't let you on the fucking plane.
Plus-size travelers. Of course we can't use the airplane lavatory comfortably.
We're plus
Thank fucking goodness.
size travelers. Of course we have to do hours of research just to go somewhere.
We're plus-size
I don't give a fuck.
travelers. Of course we use apps like Seat Guru to navigate travel in a bigger body.
We're plus
To navigate travel in a bigger body. Dude, you are fat, sloppy fat. You are Pillsbury Doughboy fat. Like, squishy and fucking soft every fucking where, including your fucking brain. Of course we gotta do this. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
size travelers. Of course we check the weight limits on almost everything.
We're plus
You should. You should check. There should be weight limits on everything. There should be weight limit to fly. Commercially. Absolutely. That should exclude your fat ass.
size travelers. Of course we have to worry about weight-based discrimination.
We're plus size travelers. Of
Weight-based discrimination. There is not weight-based discrimination in America currently. There is obese privilege. For these two fucking sloppy fat gluttons to make a video like this thinking oh, of course, these are the problems that are affecting me because I can't stop eating ho-hos. These are the problems that you motherfuckers should work on so I can continue to eat ho-hos. Shut up!
course we bring compression socks on all of our trips.
Of course we bring compression socks on all your trips. What would you like me to do about that? What would you like me, how is that even a complaint? that like to random people. You should wear compression socks lightly all the time so you don't fucking have a stroke. Because that's how fucking fat you are. You should be wearing compression socks all the goddamn time.
Plus size travelers, of course we can't find our sizes in souvenir shops.
When your size is car cover, of course you're not going to find it in shops that sell clothes just in transit to people that are flying. See, they shouldn't have to sell clothing sizes that are bigger than the seats on the fucking plane.
We're plus size travelers. Of course we get an extra pat down at security.
Because you can hide shit in between your skin folds, and that's a true goddamn thing. Just so everybody understands, if you're wondering why, if you're fat as fuck, you get an extra pat down through security, it's because people have hidden weapons in between the skin folds. There's like dozens of documented cases of it. Ridiculous. Hey, sir, motherfucker. Love sir, motherfucker. 3 days on Nomo, no cravings already. Thanks to the Tiger Fitness for shipping it halfway across the world to India, and thanks for the discount code. That is goddamn amazing. Thank you very much for the donation, sir. I appreciate you. Can anyone else not hear the video he's playing? It was low. It was low. Skin fold, conceal, and carry. I mean, of course you're going to get a pat down. They can hide shit. They look like they're hiding shit. You know? Alan, off topic. Your video reaction to the article about not dieting was excellent. I was it was one of my top 10 reactions from you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very, very, very much. All right. Let's do this car cover. I mean, it's a car, like, the dude looks, he's huge. He's huge. I mean, if you're going to eat yourself that big and then flaunt it, like, I mean, what do you want me to say? Like, dude is enormous. He wears like a 5X. We're plus size travelers. Of course we have priority over you normies. No shit. That's how it's been lately too. Alan, please do a video on the Illusion sealable balloon. They are requesting FDA approval for it. It's weird. I will check it out. I will check that out. The Illusion sealable thing. I'll check it out. Give me a second. There we go. I made a note to check that out. Let's see. They can always find closed tents in any department store. Exactly. Swallowable balloon. It's like a fillable saline thing in your stomach. What could go wrong? Fucking Jesus Christ. I had a baby almost 3 months ago, and at my heaviest, still muscular for a woman, and I'm still half of what these people are. I cannot imagine being okay with that. That's the problem. This is a very good topic to kind of wrap this video up on. Because here's the thing. You just had a baby 3 months ago, and you can't imagine being okay with being that big all the time. The problem is we have people who have gluttoned themselves, mistreated themselves, harmed themselves on a daily basis into being so fucking enormous that they literally don't give a shit about themselves. They don't give a shit about their future health. They just want right now to be as good as it can be. They don't have any skills when it comes from delayed gratification. They don't have any understanding of anything but I want. Because you don't get to be 450 fucking pounds without putting your want for food in front of your need to be healthy, in front of your need to do other shit. You don't get to be 450 pounds without putting your want for these food items in front of a lot of shit, including your health, your family, all that shit, money, all that shit. We should not be, as a society, coddling that shit. They are putting something that is harming them in front of everything else in their fucking life. And instead of us being like, yo, you have kids and you are 500 fucking pounds, that's pretty fucking shitty to do to your children and yourself. Fix your shit. But instead we're like, oh no, we got to applaud them on their efforts, because even though she's 500 pounds, she wore a bikini to the beach. Brave queen, slay. Shut the fuck up. I'd like to complain about the number of times I got kicked off of my first class seat in order to accommodate an oversized passenger. I would be on the fucking news. If I paid for a first class seat and they tried to fucking kick me off of it so they could give it to a fat person, I'd be on the news. I can guarantee it. I'd be on the news. Like, I'm not talking like the local shit neither. I'd be on the national news because that would not happen to me. I can guarantee that. Any guidance on how not to be sore after workouts? I spent morning doing arms at the gym and now I can't lift them. Well, that's not really the soreness. That's just fatigue. If you spent this morning doing arms and you can't lift them, that's just honestly fatigue. The soreness will likely come in tomorrow. And just, if you don't want to be sore anymore, just consistently work out. Like, let the soreness subside, work out again. After time, soreness goes away. Like, I don't get sore. I get like maybe stiff. I need to stretch out and warm up. But I don't get sore anymore, and I haven't in a long time. You just got to stay at it. Make sure you're hydrating well and you get enough electrolytes. We would pool money together to pay for that bail. I'm not even saying I'd go to jail. Like, what are they going to arrest me for? Not giving up my property? But, I'd just be like, I'm not moving. You're going to have to physically remove me. And if they try to physically remove me from the seat I purchased, I'm going to sue the fucking airline. I'm not going to move. I'm not going to pay for a seat, plan ahead, pay for a seat, pay extra for a fucking seat, and then give that shit up to somebody that fucking can't, plan ahead to pass their breakfast and a huge stack of pancakes every day. It's just not fucking happening. I'm just not doing it. And the problem is, I'm alone in that with a lot of people. Society will continue to suffer from what it allows. Stop allowing these companies to say and do this bullshit to you. They depend way too much. Like, people like this fucking fat woman and her friend and Tess, and these people depend way too much on other people not wanting to be the bad person. They depend way too much on other people not wanting to be seen as mean, not wanting to be called a name. You don't want to be called fat phobic, do you? I don't give a fuck about being called fat phobic. I don't give a fuck about any labels they can put on me. Because realistically, it is their way of abusing you, right? They have society, and by they, I mean the mainstream media, social media, however you want to fucking look at it. They have society conditioned to be terrified and worried about the opinions about other people, right? Oh, you don't want to be called fat phobic. Well, he's just fat phobic. Okay, what now? I'm terrified of being fat. Everybody should be. I am not, if it's true that you don't want people to be fat, whatever label they can put on you, who fucking cares? They're the fat people. They're what you don't want to be anyway. It's ridiculous that we keep allowing this to happen. This is how they fucking, they got a lot of people to take the fucking jab. Oh, you're an anti-vaxxer. You're an anti-vaxxer. You're an anti-vaxxer. I am anti-taking a therapy that was produced in record time for the first of its kind vaccine with no long-term safety testing, produced by historically corrupt companies in a historically corrupt industry that had complete liability protection and a fucking marketing push of like $1 trillion. Call me anti-vax all you want. There was way too much effort to get that shit in everybody's arm. I'm out. I don't need it. It's not something that will help me. It won't stop me from giving it to anybody. It won't stop me from even getting it. So I'm out. I'm out. Call me whatever fuck you want. Call me an anti-vaxxer. Call me this, call me that. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I'll be over here being anti-vax without myocarditis. Thank you very much. I'll be good. I'm fine. Me not worrying about the development of turbo cancers. I'm straight. Let's be real, people. All right, folks. I am going to wrap this up. By the way, I did want to tell everybody really quickly, we are running, this is our last chance 6-month coaching deal. This is $249.99 for 6 months. It works out to about $41 a month for coaching. And it is daily communication, weekly video conferences. We help adjust your lifestyle bit by bit by bit. We work with people from all over the world. I don't care if you are on Ozempic or not on Ozempic. I don't care if you're on No Morbidity and Alchemy or not. This isn't, a lot of my clients use No Morbidity and Alchemy. A lot don't. Like, I work with anybody. And we focus on satiation, satisfaction, appropriate fitness level activity. We have a motto. If you feel like you're on a diet, we've made a mistake, we need to course correct and change something up so you don't feel like you're on a diet. If you are having a hard time getting your shit together in this new year, and you realize it's 2024, it's election year, and shit could get fucking crazy, you should realize you need to be in shape and control your habits, and we can help you do that. You should check that out. Thank you very much, everybody. I'll be back in roughly 4 minutes with the next one. Goddamn.